Hello, Blaine? Come on.
Recorded.
What? What?
Don't they have a lower center of gravity? Yeah, I guess. Which is eliminate. Eliminate a bucket cup. Yeah, there you go. If you like a little, if you like a little ice with it. How you doing? Good. Let me see if I can dialed in here.
You said if we're not a member.
Well, what I'm doing is, if you're not a member of the Historical Society, then $6 for the tour that they're going to get. If you don't, if you're not, and how do I know? I don't know. You know. I'm not a member. Folks that are dialing in. Oh. So Gary Turpin is dialing in, so I take him off of the Zoom. Look at that. All right. Thank you, sir. Somebody says, how do you know how much? Because I've got $100 and $100 and $5, and everything over that is what? Easy way to do the count. I'm going to check. Good evening.
Good evening.
Anyone out there hear me?
I can hear you. Can you hear me, Blaine?
I can, Miss Debbie. Are you the 502-255, let's see, 502-552-8179 number?
Yes, sir, I am. They said there was one other person on when I got on.
Okay. All right. And Debbie Pate is with us as well. Yep. And again, I gave you Philip's car as well, so. All right. We're confused. I've waited long enough. Oh, man. Is everybody over here now? Yeah. But we can chat real quick and then wander over there. I told Jim about about not overspending on the budgeting. Whatever thing I said they didn't overspend on the budgeting.
I know. You probably could make one up. Well, call that out. Okay, look, I have the exact same.
Thank you. Well, that's only if you were giving me a can. What?
Well, I thought I read the exact same.
Wayne talked me out of that. You know, Bob, it's just a shit. Hey, Philip, how you doing? Oh, I think you're on mute.
Yeah, I'm
Are you there?
joined on both my phone and computer now.
All right. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So we got a quorum. Mary? I have to hand this off to Miss Deborah. Okay, so how many did we got now? That's it.
Are we having our meeting at 6:45?
We're going to start now. Are you ready? I have two. Miss Deborah?
Do you want me to do anything? Over to my car real quick.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. There's 4 entries in there? Yeah, that's it so far. I'm just speaking to the crowd as we speak. So, Miss Mary, if you're ready.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I didn't see a trash can.
Just honestly, just set it under the table, and I'm going to put it in the bag afterwards. So I'll take it. They really look good, so please help yourself. I see you had a trash can over there. I will take it. Thank you. All right. Good evening, everybody. Could we gather up for a second or two? Yeah, please help yourself. We are going to have a very brief meeting here, so let's go ahead and call the meeting to order. And Miss Mary had said she would like to lead us in a prayer. Okay.
All my prayers, I copy from people who are a lot better than I. But first of all, we need to pray for the women, but all of the people that are in it. That they can get out. I have to pray. social leadership somehow. And we need to pray that our country will have godly leaders. We need to train the evil that we're.
Hello?
Hello, this is Philip.
Can you hear anything else, Philip?
No, just you.
I can't either. Yeah, that's just me.
This
They
Gary
should be
also. Blaine's got I think when Mary was doing the prayer, she hit the mute button.
Oh.
All right, how's that work?
Much
Oh,
better.
that's better.
Here we go. All right. Yep, you got to love technology. It just decided to turn me off. So, all right. The last Thursday, a few of us attended the Voting Rights Forum, which was hosted by the History Center. Mary was there. Bob was there. I think there was a few other folks here that were there. Very interesting evening. It was Secretary of State Adams, David Osborne, Julie Barr were the three panelists talking about the various issues that we've got with voting that's going on and continues to be an issue, especially with Congress still trying to federalize the elections. That issue hasn't gone away. One of the questions I was able to ask to David Osborne is, we just this past week have gotten the reapportionment numbers. So now what's the next step? The legislature, luckily it's a Republican legislature this time, has to set up the boundaries for the state, for the congressional districts, and that comes all the way down to, I'm looking over here for our magistrates. Think of the time frame that's supposed to be done in. And as I understand it from David Osborne is the legislature has to be called into a special session, or it's not going to get done until they get back in session in January. So it's kind of going to be up to the governor to get the plans that they'll be putting together and make a decision whether they're going to do that, sometime here, maybe sometime in the fourth quarter, or when that will be. Why do I mention all of that? Well, again, for people to start filing for the various positions, that normally happens in mid-November, and the filing deadline is it's something like the first Friday in January, as long as it's not the first of January. Is that really going to happen that quickly? So for people that are either current candidates that are running again, or people considering to run, there's a lot that's going to happen between now and then. Who knows? We may potentially have different representation just because someone gets moved out of our area. That could be a potential issue, and that will happen, by the way, in rural areas, because the areas that gain the population, if you've seen the news, is in the bigger cities, Louisville, Jefferson, and the surrounding areas like Shelby and Oldham have both grown. The areas that lost were rural. So you get out to eastern Kentucky and whatnot, they're likely going to have bigger areas, which means you're probably going to have some Republicans that are going to be running against each other. So it's going to be very, very interesting to see how this thing all kind of comes down the pike. So stay tuned on that. But again, I thought it was a very interesting evening, and I don't know if Mary or Bob has anything else you want to add to that. Okay. Okay. Do you have anything from co-chair as far as announcements?
I have something I just wanted to say because I'm so into this. Stamps go up in price on Friday, so if you want to buy some forever stamps, go ahead and get them. And one thing they said at the meeting was the primary is probably going to be held at John Black.
The primary? I'm sorry, I didn't.
John Black, that's what they said. Yeah. Historically, it's been at last year. Yeah. But John Black is what I said.
Well, and I know they said the 3-day of early voting was going to be there. I don't remember the primary, but we'll have to clarify. Okay. Again, there's still going to be a lot of details that are going to have to get flushed out, especially for the general election next year. So, okay. Anything else, Mary?
No.
Okay. Bob, I'll say. As far as the location at the. And again, ultimately, sorry here. Back over here, make sure we're not lost. Ultimately, that has to be approved by the State Board of Elections. So that's not, I think the misperception oftentimes is that, well, then the Secretary of State just approved those things. No, he can certainly have input, but just like for the primary and general election last year, the State Board of Election was the one that ultimately approved the plans that the county clerks put out there.
But I guess the reason I asked the question then is if we overwhelmingly think that's not the place to have it, is there recourse?
Absolutely. I think it's kind of like, again, in the last election where we were certainly saying, hey, guys, for the general election, you can't have it like the primary where in Jefferson, it was just the fairgrounds. We had the 4 locations. The last time I talked to Julie, and everybody, I think you're probably aware, Julie has publicly announced she's not going to run again. I don't know if you're aware of that, but my last conversation with her was that she was talking about, certainly for the general election, her thought was to do it through one location at each of the magisterial districts. So that would be basically 8 locations that we would have. But
what was wrong with Oldham County High School? I thought it was a great location, central to the county, and it worked well.
Yeah.
6,000 people through Oldham County High School. So we did the presidential.
Right.
The caucus.
Yeah. stay tuned on that, because if we're trying to do just the primary on election day itself through that area, that would be too small. It doesn't have the parking, it wouldn't have the facility for it.
That final decision.
Oh, that will be next year sometime, because we don't even know the district. So this isn't going to happen. Oh, plenty of time. Yeah. No, we will continue to, put our voice forward. And again, the good news is they're very receptive to hearing what our thoughts are as a party. So, okay. All right. Bob, quickly, any new news on the Treasury front?
New news? Money news? No. The checking account balance is at today $21,593, and the income tax checkoff account balance $756 is a total of $42,000. And everything that we raise with the election day next year, we're going to be able to support. Pretty good. A quick recap on that. We had budgeted it was $400 for the boat, $400 for the float, and we had not. We may have spent a few dollars. All right. Aye, opposed?
Wow.
One was going on legislation, and they could be out to us as a whole. And the third one was on meeting.
I can't hear anything.
I can't either.
Hearing about as well.
It comes and goes.
Yeah. Hey, Blaine, we can't hear you.
The reason I'm bringing it up is I would ask all of you, if you have an interest in any one of those three committees, to let me know. I do have a name or two that has expressed interest on each of those committees so far. So it'd be nice to have, at least a handful, preferably, of folks that would be interested in serving on those committees. Once those committees are formed, we'll then have them put together sort of their mission statement. So we're all clear, because again, these committees are formed based on the vote of the committee as a whole. So last meeting we did vote to do that. So just again, if you're interested in at least exploring one of those committees, please shoot me a note and let me know that. Okay. I didn't have anything under new business, so I was going to skip down to announcements. A couple of things under announcements.
On again, an important part.
So under the fourth. Meet at 10 o'clock.
What do you think makes it do that?
I don't know. I was thinking it could be a wind filter on his phone outside.
Oh, okay.
Couldn't distinguish blocking noise from voice.
Well, that makes sense.
In the John Park, who is currently on.
I'm getting hungry looking at the cookies.
Oh, you can see him. I'm on a phone, so I'm really at a bad deal.
Oh, well, yeah. I got video on my phone, so I can just watch the camera waving around at the refreshments.
Well, it didn't. When I called in, did you call in?
Yeah, I called in, but I had to download a Zoom app on my phone. So it's not like a straight call. I'm using the Zoom app. Yeah.
Okay. Is this Philip? Is that who I'm talking
Yeah,
to, or
it is.
Gary?
Yes, Philip.
Oh, it's Philip. Okay. Thanks, Philip. I appreciate the information.
This is Gary here also. I think he's got it turned away from him to where it's just not picking up his voice.
I mean, this is, I swore I'd never do one of these Zoom meetings again, and here I am, but I don't feel good.
Your calendar will have tickets available soon.
It's more entertaining with something to look at.
Absolutely. Even if it is cookies you can't eat, huh?
Yeah.
We're all for our fall dinner is October 8th. That's not correct on the agenda. So what it is in part of the agenda, but then it goes down to the announcements. That's not correct. So the Women's Club. Just so you gentlemen know, we'd love to have you come.
Okay.
At least I can get that to you guys.
Okay. Okay. Those were the three things that I had under announcements. Was there any other announcements, John?
The day after tomorrow, Thursday evening, it's going to be Aaron Reed's campaign kickoff party or event at his farm in Simpsonville. Aaron Reed is the Navy SEAL who's running for the position of state senator for Shelby, Henry, Trimble, and Carroll County, Kentucky. An awesome man. The person that is in the office now voted to create red flag laws, and he said, nope, that's it, I'm going to run. And as soon as the gentleman found out Aaron was running, he decided he wasn't going to run this time. But, you know, we can still use your help, and that's Thursday night. If anybody's interested, contact me. And then Saturday, and Thomas Massey's going to speak there, by the way. Thomas Massey's a big supporter of Aaron Reed. Saturday is an event at Frankfurt at the Capitol. It's sort of like a rally or protest or whatever. It's Savannah Maddox, Alicia Rayborn, Thomas Massey, and two others. And we're going to talk about the mandated vaccines at universities, schools, and businesses and everywhere else, and among other things. So rally Saturday, and then Thursday night is Aaron Reed. If you're interested, get with me.
What are the times for both?
If you're interested, get with me.
Can you ask him if Jennifer Decker is running for that?
He's running for what?
Senator in that area?
Is Jennifer Decker running for senator in that area?
I have no idea.
Yeah, there you go. He's not sure.
Yeah, I heard him. Thank you.
And the Freedom Rally this Saturday, I've got noted here, is 1 p.m.
Jennifer's a House rep.
Right.
I know
But
she
guess
is,
the question
but
is, she's going to try to run for Senate instead.
she can still run for Senate.
Yeah. So, I mean, hey, Senate, at least you only have to run every 4 years versus the House, you got to run every 2 years. So sometimes that looks a little attractive to some of the reps. So I noted again, guys, I'm not going to run through all the dates in here. I threw some different things in here as far as something I thought was interesting. September 18th is Constitutional Kentucky has their second annual Liberty Dinner in Shelbyville. Let's see what else here. Really, that's it as far as the announcements that I had. Is there any other announcements?
We did, Blaine. I did not hear you. We did not hear you, Gary or Philip, or I hear you with your announcement. So I don't know if you mentioned that we have a night meeting September 14th for the first time, 7 p.m. With Jennifer Decker speaking. We will have our 11 o'clock meeting that same day, September 14th, which is the second Tuesday of September. I don't know if you announced that or not. We didn't hear
what Debbie was just saying, again, it's hard to hear with just this, but in addition to the normal morning meeting that the Women's Club is having on the 14th, they're having an evening meeting as well, and it's going to have Jennifer Decker as their speaker. So, Jennifer Decker, House Rep. Yeah, 7 p.m. at, where's the location? Is it at Inspiration again?
Inspirational Grounds. Both of them.
Perfect.
Inspirational Grounds.
Okay. And again, if everybody heard, Lisa has thrown her name in for the school board position as well. I did see Joyce this afternoon. For those that don't know, Joyce is a member of my Rotary Club, and she's also on my board of directors for that. Listen, I will separate politics and personal. I'm going to just leave it at that. I just asked the question, do you have a number of candidates? And it sounds like they have at least a handful of candidates that have put their name forward. If you are interested and you live in that area, September 1st, I believe, is the deadline to get the application in. So, okay, any other announcements?
We are actually trying to get a nighttime chapter or nighttime meeting. And so, ladies, if you can't come at 11 a.m. for meetings, we want to encourage you, please come to the 7 p.m. meeting so we begin to build our base to create that 7 p.m.
Business will be identical, but the speakers are different.
Thank you. Second Tuesday of the month at Inspirational Grounds.
All right, any other announcements? Albert?
I'd like to clarify some things that have popped up in the last week.
Okay.
I had more than one phone call from people about the school board, wanting to know if they sued the school board, if Judge Bogle would hear the case. Doesn't work that way. He's not a courtroom judge. He has no judicial authority or powers. He's an administrative judge executive. That's his title. He doesn't have anything to do with lawsuits.
Right.
That goes into the big building with people like Jerry Crosby and some of the others. It's confusing here in Oldham County because a number of entities have the title Oldham County Fairgrounds, Oldham County Extension, Oldham County Board of Health. That's because they're here in the county. They are not part of Oldham County government. They have a title. The fairgrounds is run by a private entity. They own the property. The county has nothing to do with that. Same thing with the Board of Health. They report to the State Board of Health under the CDC. So when Matt Rhodes takes the time to address any group, he's speaking from authority on Board of Health issues. He's not a representative of county government. Same thing can be said for the County Extension Office, Office of Soil Conservation. They're their own entity. Now, the judge executive does appoint members to those boards, but they're not county entities. Our county road department is a county entity, and it's staffed by county employees. Quick note on Matt Rhodes. I've gotten to know him since he came here. He's the director of the Board of Health. He speaks based on knowledge and based on truth and based on facts. He does not state opinions or speculations. For those of you who've been around the county for a long time, he's out of the Joyce McKinney family tree. He married one of Joyce McKinney's daughters. So he's got some roots in director to go pretty deep here in the county. So if you want some reliable, factual information on COVID or other health issues, he is the best thing to happen in Oldham County in probably 25 years. And he deserves our respect for what he does and what he's done through this pandemic.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Any other announcements? September 14th.
We're running out of time because they're open from 7 to 8 just for us. So we're going to have less than an hour. I think you're going to want to come back, but I did learn that it's free on Saturday. Come on Saturday, it's free.
Please leave your tag. Leave your tag. Grab a water or something if you'd like. Grab a cookie on the way. It's a long walk across the street.
I make a motion that we close the meeting.
What was that?
I make a motion that we close the meeting.
Oh, it was already done and passed.
Oh, good. We didn't hear any of that. Bye.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. No, it was all said and done. So thank you. Sorry for, again, just my phone just for a while there, put you guys on mute.
Bye, y'all.
All right. Bye.
All right. Thank you, everybody.